a man suddenly discovered a cross mark on his head. No matter how hard he scrubbed, he couldn't wash it off. He asked his wife to take a look, but strangely, she couldn't see anything at all. The man kept asking her to check repeatedly, but she still saw nothing. He went to his office and asked colleagues to examine it, but they too couldn't see anything. Could only he see it? The man secretly went to the bathroom to look in the mirror and found that the cross mark on his head was becoming increasingly visible. Fear began to creep into his heart. When he returned home, he asked his daughter about it. She also noticed nothing unusual. Still worried, the man went to the hospital for a full-body examination, with particular focus on his head. However, the doctor said he was perfectly healthy. Regarding the cross on his head, the doctor suggested it might be a hallucination caused by excessive stress. The man felt helpless, not knowing what to do. Then, while riding the elevator, he spotted another man who also had a cross mark on his forehead. The other man had clearly noticed him too. The two felt as if they had found kindred spirits and were so excited they could barely speak. It seemed like they were the only ones in the world who could understand each other, and they instantly became close friends. Through conversation, he learned that the other man owned a ramen shop and had been seeing the cross mark for 2 months. Like himself, only he could see it while others couldn't. Both of their cross marks had appeared suddenly. The ramen shop owner recalled that when he was young, his father had mentioned seeing a cross mark on his forehead, and shortly after, his father died in an accident. Hearing this made the man very frightened. He tried various methods to remove the mark, but nothing worked. At that moment, the television broadcast breaking news about a celebrity who had recently passed away. When the man glanced at the deceased celebrity's final interview, he saw a cross mark on his head too. The man's heart raced with panic. Could this mark be some kind of curse? He decided to share this discovery with the ramen shop owner, but unexpectedly, the owner's wife answered the phone and told him that her husband had died the previous day. The man was both shocked and terrified. He attended the funeral and looked at the deceased ramen shop owner. The cross mark on his forehead had disappeared. Now he was almost certain that the cross mark on the forehead was an omen of death. It could happen in days or months. Knowing that his own death was approaching, he looked at his wife and daughter beside him. He couldn't bear to leave this family. The man bought a life insurance policy worth an astounding $50 million. He also began spending more time with his family. Since death was inevitable, he decided to cherish the present moments. He treated each day as if it were his last. That day finally came. While riding the subway, he noticed that the passenger sitting across from him had a cross mark on his forehead. Not only that person, but when he looked around, everyone had one. The man found this terrifying. He believed this train was going to have an accident. As the train was about to enter the station, he told everyone not to board this train because it was dangerous, but no one paid attention to his words. Feeling helpless, the man stepped out of the car himself. He found a staff member to explain the situation, but when the worker turned around, he too had a cross mark on his forehead. Now the man panicked. Looking at other people around, everyone had cross marks on their heads. Perhaps it wasn't just the train that was in danger, but the entire station. The man frantically ran out of the subway station, only to discover that people on the street were the same. Everyone had a cross on their forehead. How terrifying. Could this be a sign of the apocalypse? A major disaster was surely about to occur. Thinking of his wife and daughter at home,